Yes, yay, very yay. Now I get to do the bad level.
Or you could help Grills.
I could, couldn't I?
Mm-hmm.
Start with the west side, please. Since I'm working on the east and not a lit area, but still. Or the north, since that's.
Oh.
He was what? Okay, stuff's starting to appear on the spawn beams. Oof. Oh, yeah, I can see one over there. Unless it's torchlight coming down from level 2. Let's wait until we've got all the trapdoors open and all of the torches removed from the spawning area. And then we'll look for the lighting glitches, because then we can get Ninja to address those, and instead of coming back and forth to deal with them, you can just wipe them all out at once.
Are there more lighting glitches?
Looks like it.
Alright. I can fix those easy. Still.
Still can't believe Holland said yes to this.
Well, some plans are too good to say no.
Let's get that Saber airborne before he changes his mind.
We got a raid from the lower platform. Controls right through that door, Commander.
That's the way.
prepped and ready for launch.
So see, I'm down here on the bottom level, and I can see what looks like a couple of glitches on the second level. I don't see any on the first, but I can't see all of the first either.
Copy actual. Colonel.
Oh, no,
On the
that...
first of them, there's a few.
Okay.
I could fix those. I'll just wait till you guys are done.
Understood, Colonel.
Note 6, these sabers have been customized for orbital defense.
And then I'll I'll replace all the air blocks with something other than stone and turn it back to air.
Okay. Sounds like a plan. Oh, I gotta watch this. There's a skeleton riding a spider, and they're hitting the campfires. And spider died, and Skelly dropped in.
Multiple unidentified contacts.
Savannah Actual to Saber teams. Be advised, we have bogeys inbound.
Anchor 9 to all UNSC ships. Station defenses are down. Requesting combat support until we can bring them back online.
Here we go, 6. Show them what you can do.
Defensive batteries are at 56%. Hang in there, Saber teams.
Grills.
Hey, Vader.
Are all clergy of a temple like clerics? I know it sounds like an obvious. I know it sounds like an obvious question.
No, can you repeat the question?
Are all clergy members of a church in Kohol a cleric?
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, they might have different skill sets, like one of them's really talented at, say, translating or interpretation of the holy books or whatnot, and might actually have a high station at the temple, but be a relatively low-level cleric. Okay?
I just think that it would actually be kind of fun to play, well, operating off of the knowledge that I do have of what this thing is. You have a god of liars, right?
Yes, I do.
Like, what's the full title, though? If you remember off the top of your head.
God of liars?
Fighter class. Heads up.
Are you looking for the name, Vader?
Yes.
Is this a character? Is this a are you asking?
One of John's brothers actually was a cleric. Think of that. Order.
Okay.
That would actually be kind of interesting to play, don't you think?
Okay, so off-world knowledge. Bendish is the god of liars.
So, hi, Shiny.
Yes,
Yes,
welcome
hi,
back
Shiny.
to the game, Shiny.
But, unfortunately, your brother is an NPC.
Yeah, the one brother that we have for you that's established, isn't he like a blacksmith in the city of Venur?
I've written a backstory for all my brothers and my siblings.
Oh, okay.
Wait, you got the write a backstory?
Not to? I thought that was something that went along with character creation.
No, Grills has
that.
taken full control over almost all my backgrounds.
Well, all I remember is that I made one and Grills greenlighted it.
Okay, Lydia, in your case, most of your characters have been extremely unusual.
I would like it the unusual.
Okay, a Durgar on the surface and a Lightning Warrior. Okay, not exactly common. And that was pretty much your second character, and I was helping you get through the gate on that one.
Who was my third character?
Was it the third? Ooh, that's
Cadis
right.
was the first one, and she was
Yeah,
a dwarf, and I didn't even get to choose a background. You did that.
Well,
The next was a goblin. That one Eminem got to do, which was funny because I liked his background.
okay.
I just took a creative writing exercise and tried to imagine why a goblin would end up a weaponeer.
Anchor 9 UNSC ships. Impulse drive signatures detected.
But it pretty much came down to Steve.
Heads up,
Mm.
sabers.
Well,
Okay.
yeah, Steve. That was my
So-
solution. Why else would a goblin be there?
So Lydia, if you want to start creating your own backstories, take a stab at it. Of course, they are still subject to my approval.
Batteries at 79%.
Yeah.
Buy us another minute, saber teams.
Stop putting holes in my ship.
Yes. I need more holes.
Ah. Damn it! What's up?
Anchor 9 UNSC ships. Impulse drive signatures detected. Fighter class.
It's
Heads
been
up,
so
sabers.
long since I've gone into my old John D character sheet. This ought to be interesting.
Saber teams, use your guns to take down their shields, then hit them with your missiles.
Defensive batteries at 79%. Buy us another minute, saber teams.
Danny almost broke my armor last night, or the night before last.
I almost break armor.
She just kept shooting me with arrows.
What does she shoot you with?
They got down to half durability.
Anchor 9
Half durability is almost broken.
signatures detected.
Well, for a helmet who only has like 400. Yeah? Especially since she showed no signs of stopping.
Okay, Lydia, that's when you whip out your wand.
Defensive batteries at 79%. Buy us another minute, saber teams.
Hey, girls.
Hey, Vader.
The secondary skill of miner. What things ought John to know?
Secondary skill as a miner, well, you would know how to dig a hole. You'd know how to use a pick to break rock. You'd know how to brace beams and uprights to keep the mine from collapsing. You'd have a reasonable chance of detecting sloping or grading of shafts. You'd have some familiarity with if the canary dies, that means it's toxic gas and you should get the hell out fast.
I think anyone would understand that one, though.
Okay.
It might not be common knowledge on coal hole.
Now, yeah, really. So, since I myself am not a professional miner, and I do not have a secondary skill in mining, I know how to dig holes and build surface miners. IRL. But as to actual mining operations, I'm a neophyte. So, I can't really go into that with the level of expertise that I'd like to, but
My dad's a miner.
I can play it by ear.
What kind of mining?
Anchor 9 UNSC ships. Impulse drive signatures
Grandfather was a
detected.
coal miner.
Fighter class. Heads up, sabers.
I think mining in general.
Now remember, these are the ancient mining skills, as we would refer to them, and not modern mining skills with heavy machinery. This is pick and shovel and buckets and actual mine carts that you actually had to use to haul the debris and unwanted
That
material.
was very common up to the 1940s.
Yeah.
So,
Before the Industrial Revolution, really.
And still quite common in third world countries.
so like,
You need
that's an easy.
you need wood blocks or something to support the ceiling.
That's right.
So normally cribs are 4x4s up to the ceiling.
Girls, can you make a wild guess? What sort of mines would be nearby the City of the Temples?
Well, definitely a quarry.
Oh.
Is there any place the Covenant isn't?
Remember, I had my backstory set up that he basically was employed in a mine outside the walls of the City of Temples.
Clear the lane, light 'em up.
Still sounds like it's going to be a quarry or something.
I'm not sure. Could have been limestone, could have been salt, could have been iron, could have been gold, silver, copper. I'll have to randomly determine that, but I'm pretty sure the various mining practices for those are very similar.
Is there any place
Why is this a factor Vader?
Just to flesh it out more.
Okay, then pick a sub. No, Lydia, pick a substance. What was he mining?
Marble.
Marble. There you go.
A lot of temples use marble.
That makes perfect sense too.
I'm picturing something like the Temple of Soul probably has marble in it.
Oh, I would imagine.
I would think just about anything would have marble. It's pretty and it comes in so many different colors, so you can make
like their ornamentation. Although, no, some of the temples would definitely avoid that. I believe Shalif being one, I think theirs is a rather austere stone-type construction.
Gray stone in my story, which if it's not, you should tell me that so I can correct it.
Okay, I'll have to double check that. The temples of they are very heavy into iron. A lot of stone construction, but a lot of iron. And they don't seem all that particular about making it super pretty. But that's just one or two examples. They all tend to have their own styles. Some of them, especially the good alignments, tend to like stuff like marble and alabaster. Nice, smooth, clean stuff. Yes, Vader?
Do you have anything against me going into basically revising, clean up my old backstory?
Keep the old story, write your new story, the edited version, and submit it to me when you're done. And I will compare the two, and if it's okay, then I'll give it the stamp of approval. And if I don't like it, then I'll tell you what I don't like.
I was thinking it'd be more... Well, it'd make more sense if instead of having it as it currently is for John to have learned and all the excess stuff besides magic from Wilsec, he would have instead become like like a worshipper of Yakur, or to get into some of those types of books in the library.
Okay. Well, like I said, you can do a rewrite, but it's subject to my approval, so I'm not giving you carte blanche.
Say carte blanche.
No, it's carte blanche. It's Latin. You know how they do.
I believe
French?
it was popularized with the French, but it does have a Latin version.
Undoubtedly.
Is Vader wanting you to give background info on his character? Yeah, he is shiny. And I'm letting him know that he can do a rewrite, you know, make it some edits to his background story, but I'm not just going to give him a rubber stamp of approval sight unseen. What's that phrase? Trust but verify?
Yes.
Yeah.
Come on, shields, come back.
Alright, it is. The sun is getting low, party people. Just be mindful of your
Sun's getting real low.
Shut up, Vader.
I still need to write a backstory for Rifle.
Rifle is so far out there in terms of character that I can't help you there.
I don't need help. I have one. I just haven't put it pen to paper.
Ah.
Quill to parchment. Scoundrel.
I do not have the handwriting for Quill and Scroll. Fuck that. No, thank you.
It's not that hard.
Yes, you should, Shiny.
If you read my handwriting in pencil, you would understand. The only time it is legible, if I sit there for half an hour and write it so damn small, it takes you 40 minutes to read one line. That is the only time it is legible.
Okay. Lydia, can I tell you a trick, a secret? Do not write your letters. Draw them.
I'm dead. Fuck me.
That's going to be even worse because I can't draw. The only thing I can do is like a graveyard scene, and even then that's very simple.
Is there any place the
What I meant by it's not that hard, it's so right with a quill and ink, it's not that hard.
Again, it's more drawing than writing. Writing is something you can do quickly, almost effortlessly.
I mean, I have a fountain pen. I haven't used it in a while because no need to write, but it's really nice to write with.
Now, I knew this woman. She was an art teacher at one of the schools I worked at, and she could grab an actual quill, a feather pen, or a calligraphy pen, and dip it in the ink, and she could write in calligraphy as fast as I could print, if not faster. And
calligraphy is some tough stuff today.
Calligraphy is pretty cool.
It looked good. I mean, the consistency of her letters. East side is way open. Awesome.
Hey girls.
Hey Vader.
I have a very random a series of questions to ask you.
Okay.
How tall are you?
About 6'1".
Is there any place the Covenant isn't?
Junior's taller.
Yes, he is.
Anchor 9 to all UNSC ships. Station defenses are back online. Clear the lane.
Then
Light 'em
you
up.
both of you have a little bit of height on me.
I'm short.
How tall are you, Vader?
Hmm?
How tall are you?
I believe it's I'm 5'11".
Oh, you're so short.
How tall are you, Ninja?
5'8".
Oh, wow.
You're so short. I think
Right now I'm taller than both my parents.
2 inches off, and yes, I'm 6'3".
And mind you, I haven't finished growing. I might very well be near there when I finish.
I'm at the age where the only growth I'm gonna do is horizontal.
You might actually have hit your height, though.
Some people hit their height limit way back in, like, 8th grade. I knew a guy from 8th grade, and he was, like, taller than everyone else. It was freakishly so. And then he just sort of stopped growing. Ended up being the short guy.
Yes, being 6 foot isn't that's much to, well, it's nothing to be ashamed of.
No, 6 feet's pretty tall.
Yeah, being 1 inch off of that is short.
Pretty much,
Yes. Yeah.
That's how society works. 6 feet? Good. 5'11 3/4? Eh.
You know, back in the Middle Ages, the average height was actually, for a man, was about 5'4" to 5'6".
He got taller.
People are short.
Well, I mean, they also didn't have as much as we had. Like,
However,
remember,
consider this.
me and Shiny would be considered spinsters right now.
Oh, yeah.
What's that?
A lady who doesn't get married and have kids.
Old man, old lady.
because the normal age for like 15 for a girl was middle aged. And if she didn't have a husband and kids, at least 20 kids, there's something wrong with her.
The lass is barren.
Truly
But
a fate
then
worse than death.
Yeah,
That's
the
a
last is
bit of a
barren, but
messed
it's
appropriation.
definitely not like the dude could be like not shooting blanks or anything.
They didn't know. And since
Exactly.
the children came from the mother, it was assumed that it was the woman's fault.
Yeah, but a woman can't really self-procreate like that, though.
They didn't know that.
No,
They
did
knew
know.
enough that it takes two to make a baby.
They did know, but they assumed it was the woman's fault.
Because that's such a shame for men to be unable to have kids.
That's the way
Probably.
things were back then.
Not saying it was right, I'm just saying that's how it was.
I'll say it was wrong. I mean, they did the best with what they could, but it was still wrong. Where is... There it is. Oh, no, 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 no.
Phantom signatures detected.
Yes!
Forward-facing vector.
Yeah, I see what you... No, that's shiny. But what did you say, Jar?
Anchor 9 to all UNSC fighters. Multiple inbound phantoms. Headed straight for our defensive batteries. Saber
Well,
teams
yes.
marking high-value gunboat targets now.
Well, you usually take a screenshot of all
But now, here's something to think about. Get somebody that we consider large by today's standards. Like, okay, Shaquille O'Neal. What is he, like close to 7 foot?
I think I looked that up. Hold up. Dream
Dream
Team.
Team?
Torpedoes incoming.
Shaquille O'Neal, 7'1",
Okay.
301 pounds.
Take him back to medieval times. Okay? He's 1.5 foot taller than anybody else they can find. He's got him by at least 100+ pounds.
I would
Put
think
him in
he's some kind of troll.
Put him in a suit of plate mail armor, and they're going to be calling him Goliath. It's like, holy shit. You know?
And then now you have your first historical recreation of Goliath versus David.
What the hell?
I know, right?
Oh,
Maybe
no.
that's where all
Fuck.
history
Is there any place the covenant isn't?
things come from.
That
People
one
from the
big
future
guy.
travel back in time,
Ships, station defenses
and
are back online.
they're called giants and gods and everything, and because they're just bigger.
Bigger, stronger, healthier.
Smarter.
Well,
Better,
gigantism
faster,
is
stronger.
definitely a bad thing for the body.
Okay?
Because your body doesn't stop growing, and that can actually lead to some organ failure.
Mm-hmm. Your heart literally can't pump hard enough.
Oddly enough, that's a hormone issue. So,
Is there any place the covenant isn't?
And yeah, again, if y'all know enough about technology, sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic.
Edgar Allan Poe.
Okay? Think about going back with some radios, you know, like walkie-talkies, some firearms, a microwave oven, you know, stuff that could be operated off of battery power. Okay, frickin' to somebody from the Dark Ages, the Middle Ages, that's fricking magic.
And then you burn at the stake.
Is there any place
Potentially,
no.
potentially not.
No, because one of the things I'm taking back with me is my AK with my 100-round drums, and I don't care how many torches and pitchforks those primitives have got. They will fear my thunderstick.
till you run out of ammo.
I got 200 rounds. That's more than enough.
200 rounds versus an army 10,000 strong. Okay.
Okay, the first 100 go down quick, and that's going to put the fear in the rest of them.
You seem to be forgetting the archeries.
You know what? Let me see an archer that's got a 500-yard range.
I believe there are some that do.
There are some. They're not going to last very long.
I mean, you can't really target them if you have a wave of 300 men coming at you from the front. Like,
Well,
either
then
way it's go, something is going to give and you're going to be overrun.
Look, those archers can't target me either if there's 300 guys on foot in between us.
I don't think they're going to care.
Realize how far 500 yards are.
1,500 feet.
No, it's 1,500 feet.
I always
3
thought
foot
those
to
were
a
the
yard.
same thing.
That's 5 football fields.
Fuck me.
Not only that, they have siege weapons they can deploy if they can't reach you physically.
They're not using siege weaponry against one guy, even if he's the devil incarnate.
Anchor 9 to all UNSC ships.
They're going to use everything and anything they can to get an advantage.
And all I got to do is shoot one man off of each crew, and that siege weapon is out of order.
Yeah, that's debatable.
I guarantee you by the time one guy has killed 20 of them, they are doing some hardcore morale checks. Because every time I shoot, there's fire and the sound of thunder.
And it happens quickly, too. Lines of your comrades are mowed down. Oh no, they would probably win in a direct-out confrontation, but damn if they wouldn't go down a little harder than you're giving girls credit for.
Yeah, they've got to marshal those forces too. You just don't keep siege armies laying around.
Now, if Girls was smart, he would actually go towards an environment that would be advantageous, where he would have...
Well, I mean, it depends on which era he's dropped in. If he's doing Spartan, well, I mean, they were using bombs to begin with in that one. Granted, it was the black magic things, but I mean, still, it's... They have an army.
Also, the Spartans, they'd probably be asking, what kind of weaponry is this and can we use it?
And they wouldn't care. They will charge headfirst into you because they see glory.
Yeah, well, that's a wonderful thing about it. 7.62, 7.62 by 39. It will go through more than one body.
How far does it go through metal?
Depends on how thick and what type of metal. I guarantee.
To be fair, most Spartan shields weren't actually coated with metal. Well, some were, but most weren't.
I guarantee you, they didn't have anything that would stop that bullet.
Slow it, yes. Stop it.
Slow it, yes. I might only kill 2 of them instead of 3.
Hell, if you go for the head, there's not going to be any blocking that.
Nah, I'm aiming center mass, in case they have iron metal chest plates. It'll punch through, all the way through that guy, and if not through the second guy, at least kill the second guy.
What, are you going to be packing armor-piercing rounds?
No, these are standard 7.62.
So what weapon are you going to take?
AK.
Alright, so you run out of ammunition, or the gun jams.
I can clear a jam fast. Now, if I've ran out of 200 rounds, then I die, but they're not going to be able to marshal that big of a force that fast.
First of all, why are we doing a versus in the first place? Don't you think that if he shows off the power of the gods, they might start revering him?
Yeah, they might want to say like, oh yeah, would you help us out? Would you work with us?
How's that fire stick work, anyways?
And again, this what if scenario is pitting me by myself versus everything an ancient country has to throw at me. Kind of lopsided.
You have a gun. They do not, and you want to talk about lopsided.
Okay.
How many of them are there?
9 to all UNSC ships.
Because you were just
Well, let's
talking
see.
hundreds and hundreds of people. I don't care what you've got. If hundreds and hundreds of people are marshaled to fight you, you're probably at a disadvantage.
Eventually, yeah, they would overwhelm.
300 Spartans killing tens of thousands.
Okay, yeah, under the same circumstances, a narrow pass where only so many can get to me, yeah, I can hold them off till I'm completely out of bullets. And I guarantee you, their morale will have been completely trashed at that point, because they have to shovel their way through the dead to continue coming after me.
Again, they're Spartans. That's the entire point. They're trained to do that. They
Then
won't stop.
Then they will die with glory.
This level is
Now,
bullshit.
to take somebody for backup, that's even better.
Is there any place the Covenant isn't?
And by the way, when I say I'm grabbing my 200 rounds, the 2 drums and the AK, that's just what I can walk 3 feet and lay my hands on.
Sure, you'd probably grab like a tomahawk or something too. Maybe a knife.
Now, if I get 5 more seconds, I got another gun and another 300 rounds. And give me 2 more seconds and let me slip on my shoulder holster. My 357 for when it gets damn desperate.
Foreign do guns look in the concept of ancient weapons?
It would look real damn foreign to them.
The closest thing you'd have would be like a crossbow.
I mean, you have the brace, and I suppose they could figure out that there's the munition and how the munitions go up, but they probably would be baffled at how you're propelling a small little thing at such high speed with fire and thunder, and killing anyone instantly.
Depending on where you are and when you are, you're either going to be hailed as a wizard or a god or a demon. Or just really, really fucking cool.
Are those your flat flaps, Char, or mine? Yeah, I see one. Crap.
Now.
Ah ha ha! Point blank kill as my game unfroze.
No, I think guns may have actually changed so much that
Fuck.
there could have already been the simple types of guns in existence, like flintlock, muskets. And it would still seem foreign what Grills brings.
At that point, you kind of understand the concept of a fire stick shooting little metal thingies, so it would be incredibly advanced.
The strange foreign sorcerer has a staff that spits fire and thunder. He kills from great distances, as far as any bowman. And he kills often. Alright, I'm gonna go pee and get a couple of drags real quick.
Ninja, I gotta say, this is very boring.
Oh. Well, I'm in creative mode, so I won't die.
What part are you working on?
The other side's corner. I haven't gotten very far. I'm just now probably reaching above the grinder itself, but haven't made it over top of it yet.
I'm moving stuff in so I can actually see.
Ah! Fuck! This isn't even the entire
You're really
level.
big.
Huh?
You're making this really big. It's okay.
It's an annoyance. I hate having it small.
Is there any place
Like,
the Covenant
I'm trying to make a corner. I want to have it bigger because
Anchor 9 to all UNSC
then it's
ships.
just
Station
that.
defenses are back online.
Okay.
Clear
I
the
don't get
lane,
nowhere.
light 'em up.
I wonder if this will work.
And screenshot it. Do we have to have this talk again?
What's Shiny doing?
Nothing. No, you heard someone burp and didn't excuse themselves. You know who you are.
What does it mean?
Jeez, pardon me.
There we go.
No, 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 no.
I mean, what would you rather be doing? Making a diagonal or flying back and forth and back and forth, jumping in?
Oh. Huh.
Okay.
Hey, girls.
Yo yo.
Just to be
Anchor 9 to Saber
clear,
teams. Phantoms are
you're
inbound on Vector 7,
dead
Mark
set on
4.
having the year be 360 days a year.
Pretty sure. Why?
Oh, well, because it'd make it line up so much better with the lunar
Multiple
calendar.
inbound Phantoms, headed straight for our defensive
Yeah, I've got to have some
batteries.
chaos going
Marking
there.
high-value gunboat targets now.
The way the world and the lunar cycles work have to be out of sync with the calendar. Otherwise, y'all might get the mistaken impression that it was a lawful and ordered universe.
Fuck that. I can't stand having to do hard math.
Damage control teams at the ready.
What are you trying to figure? What are you trying to figure out?
No, like in my world in Denalia, it's a 360-year thing with 12 months of 30 days tied to the phases of the moon, which are blah blah blah. It's orderly because I can't be asked to do the hard shit, and I'm gonna die. Rip.
Okay, girls, hear me out. Yeah, your world has no right to be orderly or lawful. However, people do like order, so they might, well, reasonably have made a calendar just based off of the lunar Earth, since it goes
Tell you what, John
full
D.
cycle every 64 days.
John D, if you want to develop such a calendar, go for it. Have fun with that.
Yeah. By all means.
I assumed that was already a thing since you said lunar calendar.
Try it in session.
Thing is, you can make your own lunar calendar that doesn't go with the actual lunar calendar you're probably referencing.
Gunboats are in position. Damage control teams at the ready.
You're not doing a lunar calendar based off of the moons in the world, then what is the lunar calendar?
Well, my lunar calendar probably doesn't correlate with the real world's lunar calendar.
It's not, well, it doesn't have to if it's based off of the moons in your world.
Ah, but my world has no moons.
Then there would be no lunar calendar.
Or are there? You don't know. You're not in my world.
Okay, now to strike a chord with Double M. Yeah, the easiest way out for a Dungeon Master is to mimic IRL. One moon, follow the lunar cycles that we have here, and go with the same calendar. Yes, I am. I'm getting massive spikes, Jar.
Doing anything.
Alright, server TPS is 20. Nobody has a ping over 48. The gamut is 26 to 48, so none of us are bad there. So I don't know why.
Zach went to 205.
Okay, I think we know where the issue is.
But that doesn't really correlate, though.
That doesn't go to the server.
But my ping is dropping.
No, it doesn't correlate necessarily, but it can.
His could just be because of where he lives and where the server's at.
Wait a minute ago. Yeah, I just froze. It could be an internet issue and not anybody's individual provider or service. Could be something with the server provider. Because I didn't even get the not responding message that time, which I see often enough. So I cannot definitively say the source of our discomfiture. Okay, by the way, party people, the west side is done. I'm working on the western half of the south side. How's our roof looking, party people?
Oh, checkpoint done, yes.
Aiden and I are working on the pyramid, so that pretty much be the roof.
Okay. Now we're going to put a subroof in at the top of the walls here, because I think it's going to take you all a lot longer to do the pyramid than it will for us to put a roof over this. 1/8 of the west side.
Noble 5, you ready to go? Affirmative, Colonel.
Fuck me.
I mean, he always has it out, though. Shiny.
Wow, he always has that out? Not gonna ask. TMI, TMI. Oh, what's the source there, Shiny? Oh, world editing.
Just one layer at a time, so it's small.
Well, in that case, Ninja, how about you world edit us a roof?
That would be longer and laggier.
Oh yeah, lighting updates will make lag. And making a roof will change the lighting.
I'm out here 6.
Also, you're getting sun right now, so you don't have mobs spawning down there.
But that's the thing, he wants the roof to get the spawns inside.
I'm in a torched area, so I'm still not going to get it.
Solid copy. We are currently jamming the Corvette's comms. Hit it hard
Just
while
in
they
case,
can't
I've
call
got
for
a
help.
totem in my left hand, so...
Damn it.
If I could do diagonals with world edit, that'd be awesome. But I can't.
Frigate Savannah in position. Saber team, sound off.
Echo 1, all systems nominal.
Echo 2, good to go. Echo 3, systems green.
Echo 4, all systems online.
You're opening without torches. Wait, opening on the spawn platforms?
Damn it all.
Clear a path to that Corvette.
Ooh, well, it's daytime, so you're kind of semi-safe.
Frigate Savannah in position. Saber team, sound off.
Echo
See,
1,
torches
all
are supposed to be the last thing to
Echo
come
2,
out.
good to go. Echo 3, systems green.
Echo 4, all systems online.
And we start at the bottom and work our way up. That did not happen this time.
Hit it hard while it can't call for help.
Agreed. Saber teams.
Never placed as you were working fast. Yeah. Again, guys, you know, I'm used to building these things alone, and I have an order of which things happen, so that Creepers don't appear. Yeah, without beacon mining. I've dug these things out with stone tools, damn it.
Fuck me.
Oh, I see Ninja.
Might want to clip our engines, Colonel. See if we can
What are you
slow
doing,
down.
Ninja?
Good thinking.
Yeah, well,
Making his roof.
when you're alone,
Well, I'm.
Marking targets. Take out the Corvette's
You went a
main
bit too
engines.
tall, though.
and it still put me at the
I'm
top.
making his roof because if he wants to do more stuff on docks.
It still put me at the
No,
top.
this is as big as it's going to be.
It still put me at the top of the economic ladder, season 2 of Abyss, and then Lydia joined me because I already had the primary Moag built when she joined.
Oh no.
And between me and Lydia and the Moag, they could not catch us.
What the fuck is this bullshit? I
Hey,
got a
girls,
checkpoint
there's gonna
half
be
a
a lag
second
spike
before I
real quick.
died.
Alright.
Might want to clip our engines, Colonel. See if we can
Can you
slow
layer
down.
it with
Good thinking,
with
Savannah.
slabs
That'll
at the
make
top
boarding our
then?
a whole lot easier. Noble 6,
Yeah.
I'm marking targets. Take out the Corvette's main engines.
Heads up, Sabers. Multiple impulse drive signatures detected. More bogies incoming.
Echo 2 to Savannah Actual. Where are the reinforcements coming from? I thought the target was jammed.
Must be squadrons coming back from patrol, Echo 2.
Don't let any of them get away, Sabers. Kill them before they bug
Now,
out.
Ninja, when you do that, do you get a lag spike too?
Not really.
No. As long as it's not grass block, it's fine. But the moment it is, it crashes.
What's Jar Jar saying? Undo that, just replace all the shoulder boxes.
Like, grab them.
I mean, they're going to be empty now.
Nope.
And Shiny appears to be in distress.
It kept the items in it.
Huh, when I do it... Where did you place them at, Jar? Oh.
It was over here at the beginning. Better hurry up because there's mob spawning. I want to stop that.
Jar?
Or just grab stuff. I need to put the slabs down. Go ahead and grab stuff. Yeah, no, I put a layer stone, and then there's going to be slabs on top of that. And now it's going to disappear.
We trapped in half slab.
There we go. They'll despawn. Is that enough lighting? Yes, it is. God damn it. Okay. I'm gonna continue on this.
So many little sets of red eyes out there. I know, Shiny.
I know Grills has a bad computer, but Shiny has to have even worse of a potato.
You know, I'm tempted to say, is that possible?
It is.
Because mobs will spawn on dark spots. So you put bottom slabs on and
Oh. Hey, Mama.
Fuck that. Not Mama, just this game is being ridiculous.
that wasn't a lighting glitch. That was just
Like, question incoming. If you choose to accept it, Grills.
What question?
When does winter start in your world?
That
What?
would be
When does what?
winter start. That
I
would
thought
be
we just got out of winter.
Yeah, y'all did. You're in the spring. So figure about day 270 out of the 360.
Okay, so John's birthday would be, you know, late in the year or during winter.
Question, what day are we at right now?
That's something we need to find out.
I think you're on day 91.
Can confirm, as per your timeline, girls.
Okay.
Wasn't sure if you wanted to share that with them, but then you said it.
Yeah,
so.
it's okay. That's.
I still need the lunar calendar info. I don't
What?
suppose you found it, Double M, and just haven't told
Oh.
me.
What, the lunar calendar for Coalhole?
Yes, when is Eminem supposed to have such knowledge that he just flew down to Virginia and rummaged through Grills' stuff and found it for him and just forgot
Yeah.
to tell him?
Well, to be fair, I would have driven. It's only 6 hours.
Because Grills asked me to clap with him, and I'm not sure if he would have told him regardless.
As of now, I have no knowledge about the lunar calendar than you do. Or rather, I have no more knowledge than you do.
Okay, somewhere in the stories, there was the night of the no moon. Remember? Cohol shook.
Mm-hmm.
The re-entrance of the Emperor.
Okay, I'm trying to figure out what day that happened on. Because then I can extrapolate what lunar occurrences y'all should be currently facing.
Probably the day after Lagatha joined the party.
I have it in my chronicle, but I don't know what time it is. I think I have it too late. Like, I have it, like, after Grieve joined, and I'm pretty sure it happened before Grieve joined.
No,
It did.
Agatha was already in the party.
That's what I said. It happened as I joined the party.
So probably the second excursion out of the City of the Temples.
Either I'll take a mulligan on it, or somebody will figure out what day. Was it day 75? No, Shiny. Not for a couple of weeks. But if I can figure out what day Cohol shook, then I can make sure that I'm still in sync with the day of the year with the lunar events.
I have a reference point, just I need to find somewhere in our old records it's when when the 3 gongs happened.
3 gongs? You mean the 5 gong?
5 gongs, sorry.
That would have been day 5 of the 8-day time skip, I believe.
Okay.
Look in
And-
Chronicles, that should be mentioned.
It wasn't very specific about what happened which day.
Set down immediately on that Corvette's topside landing
Just saying.
pad.
A momentous
I went there
day.
first.
Lord Grast in the Golden Circle. Or the Gleaming Circle, I forget which one.
Okay, no.
Gleaming
And
Circle.
did the day where we all went to the Temple of Shalf to pay respect to Nar count as the first day?
As soon as we're sure the Corvette
I
can't
don't
swap,
remember.
we'll initiate uppercut phase 2.
But the day of the 5 gongs, that was pretty good. Okay, most people view Grast as kind of, warlord, whatever. But comparatively, he was one of the good guys. The Gleaming Circle, though,
Solidly good.
lawful good to the core. And the people rejoiced. I mean, obviously not all the people, since...
Look like it's going to line up correctly.
Savannah, enemy comm relay is now offline.
Copy that. Halting countermeasures, diverting all power.
Yeah, I'm
personnel
not
to
of course.
All right, Noble. Let's get that slip space bomb on board.
Let's see.
6.
I got 21 of these and 37 of those. Ooh, here I have some torches too.
Hmm.
I'm just trying to keep from falling in the water at this point.
The shadow looks good from down below.
Meet him there.
Affirmative.
Well, at this point, we ought to be getting some pretty good spawn rates.
Okay, Grills.
Yes.
If we're willing to say that it's the first day of the time skip was paying respects to Nar at the Temple of Shalith, it would actually make it fit pretty nicely because that would
That was the
force-
last thing I did on the time skip, though.
It happened before the 5 gong. When we paid respects to Nar at the Temple of Shalif, a weaponeer told us about how Sheila the High Warder had returned, and that was what tipped Kragan off, well, John D and then Kragan, obviously, that he was seeing the Titans of Eld as they were being released. At that point, he had only seen the 4, Oakley, Sheila, and then those 2.
Double M, you gotta admit, that was a very rapidly evolving horror story for Kragan.
Oh yeah, Kragan was fairly certain he was going insane at first. He thought his mind had snapped. He was still with and his brain had just made the whole thing up.
Because the first thing I did for that time skip was to get the flowers.
Mm-hmm.
Sight beyond
Grills?
sight. Yes.
To the best of my knowledge right now, our first meeting ever, the expedition of the scouting party, that meeting in the Temple of Shalif the day that Kragan got taken from us, was either the 9th or the 10th day of the new year.
No.
Nope, that does not make sense, Vader.
That does not track.
Because that would require us to skip almost 3 months worth of days.
How
That
so?
doesn't track.
I've calculated each day meticulously, and so far that would arrive at day 5 or 66 from if day 1 was when you first met and you said that it's officially the 75th day of the year or on the calendar is when that happened.
Have you accounted for the time skips?
Yes.
Vader. We met one day. We went out. Barely got halfway away before Nar died, and we went back and took his body.
Mm-hmm.
That's one day.
No, well, we met at the afternoon of that day. We spent the evening in which Nar got killed, and then we went back
We
the
had
next
breakfast,
day.
Vader. When you first started the expedition, it was a breakfast meeting.
Mm-hmm.
I died near bedtime. Who was shooting me with arrows?
Why do you even feel the need to ask that question? Of course it was Shiny. Fuck this level.
It had been one day that passed that. Then Lagatha was introduced.
Then you went on an expedition for like 5 days.
We were gone a day and a half on that one before we had to return back and get you healed somewhere. Ninja, stop. I see you over there.
Stop what?
I see you peeking. I see your head.
Oh, he's
I am
peeking.
inside the grinder. Who are you talking to?
Shiny! Boy.
Do you have documents from that time? I don't mean in memory. I mean, do you have written or typed out documents from that time of Chronicles?
Only your journal, which I have posted. But then again, it is up to Grills to determine what day we start on. To you, it is day 1. To him, it is day whatever he chooses.
Yeah.
You need to remember that.
Then he'd have to change the present day accordingly. Because I've accounted for every day.
Yes, but you're starting at day 1. For you, for your character.
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to reconcile.
Yes, but that's not that's not what it is, though.
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I kind of thought this would be a hopeless situation, but against my better reasoning, I thought maybe it could be sussed out. And I'll just have to take a mulligan on it.
Mm-hmm. You have canonical abilities to just say, well, the gods messed with the fucking timeline, so everything went to shit.
Yep.
I mean, if we're in spring, then we're back at the start of the year.
Yeah, that is something y'all should know. The start of the year, day 1, is spring. Okay?
Wait.
Yeah.
There you
okay,
are, you
in the real
motherfucker.
world, winter is spliced across the end of the year and the start of the next. Like November, December, January, February. That's winter. Okay? No, Kohal doesn't do that. Winter is the ass end of the year. Day 1 of the new year is spring. Now, it's still cold. As spring mornings often are.
So we're 91 days into spring, correct?
Okay, that's actually, you're into summer at this point.
Why did you not an hour or so before, not even an hour or before, or just said that we're in spring?
Because maybe I wasn't paying attention to what day of the year it was. Now, at day 181, you'll be into fall. And at day 271, you'll be into winter again. I know, it's so lawful and orderly.
Seems too chaotic. Let's just have the gods fuck with it for the fun of it now.
Now, of course, if this does not live up to your expectations and demands, I'll be more than happy to hand the staff of power over to you.
Please no.
No, because these are some awful tall, thick, hard boots to wear. Lydia, you've tried it. You've found out. It might look easy, but it isn't. Double M, he hasn't walked a mile yet, and he knows it's not easy.
Girls, what's the point of keeping a meticulous chronicle if...
You chronicle what happens for you during your campaign.
For the party, and for their entertainment, and for their ability to remember. I'm trying, and sometimes failing, to keep an exact chronological record of things, just for the sake of being accurate.
Fuck.
But if I fail on
sideways.
that, okay, if things slip a little, you know what? Look at any history book. Some dates and times are written down very meticulously. Others, you get a year, and they still can't nail it down. Or circa 1900s, or circa 1920s. They know it happened sometime within a 10-year span, but they don't know exactly when. Wow, that's a lot of slippage. So I think compared to actual recorded history, I'm doing pretty good. And again, if this isn't good enough for you, start your own campaign. I'll be happy to play there.
Go for those shield controls. I need
Of course.
in.
Yeah, you'll find out. Going for a smoke. Y'all stay out of trouble while I'm gone.
No promises.
So this has been a session on how not to piss off your Dungeon Master 101.
My brain is still all
Vader.
doing confused screaming.
Vader, here's the thing. We did not keep perfect records, and as such things are a little murky. Grills currently has stated, okay, this is what it's at now. If you can give him solid evidence that actually, Grills, it should probably be this, go for it, but that's going to be hard to do because we don't have the accurate records. Trust me, I'm hurting from that right now as I attempt to write our chronicles, and even then I get to have creative license and say, okay, well this happened.
But at the end of the day, it is whatever Grills says goes.
Pretty much, yeah. So you can try for your perfectionism, which is admirable, but probably wasted here, to be honest.
But you know that death he alluded to? Yeah, you're quickly making sure that's a thing for your character. Not in a good way.
This conversation has nothing to do with John C's death.
Damn it all to fucking hell.
It really does. You're pissing off the Dungeon Master, and who do you think is going to reap the benefits of that? Well, not benefits, but the consequences of that. Your character.
Now, to be fair, Grills isn't petty like that.
So you walk up to Atlas and you say, wow, you're holding the whole world. That looks pretty easy. And Atlas says, yeah, really? Here, hold Africa for a few minutes for me. And he drops it on you.
Actually, Vader, you recall how Professor Quirrell noted how all the people in the Ministry kept getting in David Monroe's way, making it hard for him to do his job? That's what Grills is interpreting you doing right now. That's the best explanation I can give, and hey, we can actually talk about that openly. Alright.
I mean, any day you want to start your own campaign and run it, let me know. Have y'all ever heard the term forever DM?
Yeah, I have, and I'm sure you actually probably fill that bill now. Given how good you are at the damn thing, everyone's like, oh yeah, Grills can DM, and Grills is just like, I miss being a player.
Grills?
Yes.
I'm trying to help you make things consistent.
And
that's the point of asking me to find.
That was, and at this point, I've thrown in the towel and said it ain't happening. It was nice for you to try, and I appreciate it, but I'm not seeing a consistency here in what you're finding, because I can't find it in my own notes. So we're kind of back to, I'm just going to have to monkey with time and say, okay, here's what you see in the night sky when you look up. And if that does not entirely jive for an accurate day or night to night scheduling of what the moons should have been doing, then I'm sorry.
But, Grills, to go back to you saying I have my own campaign, I have to restart. I did a dumb thing.
Okay, you know what? You're still learning, Lydia.
No, I mean, like, I was trying to fix up my Discord, do stuff with it, and I accidentally deleted it. I was half asleep, so all that stuff I had, all the notes and stuff, I've lost everything.
Now see, that's what I struggled with the first so many months of this, or months, however you want to measure it. While I was trying to find all of my old material that this world was so painstakingly crafted on. Unfortunately, I did, after so much time, find the bulk of it. Okay.
Yeah, so like, I've lost everything, other than my gods that Eminem had sent me back.
I have a couple character sheets of my own, like, of my characters, but, yeah.
I feel your pain, Lydia. I truly do.
But I'm seeing this as a new learning thing where I can just recreate my world and change it differently. Now I don't have to stick those NPCs with the party because they no longer exist.
Just like with a Moag, after you've built it, you realize something you could have done better that would have made it so much better, and you're just waiting for the next season. You have a new season, a fresh new Moag, so to speak.
Yeah.
So yeah, Vader.
Eminem was kind enough to copy over their class list, race list, and the shop.
That's good.
I cried for like an hour because I remembered the shop I had and like how long it took me.
All the effort you put into that.
Yes, I put more effort into making my shop. They did the world. I cry.
Okay, well, if you're scared to ask, go ahead and ask anyway, and I'll keep an open mind. Shoot.
What?
With all of the confusion over chronological time, what year is it in Go-Hall?
That I can answer you. As soon as I reach under my desk, let me make sure I have my avatar in continuum, relatively safe. I can reach under. Actually, this is one you could have answered for yourself if you looked at the map. It's written on it.
Wait, really?
Yeah, but I assumed with, you know, how long it's been, like, some things would have progressed a little bit further.
2608.
2608.
Okay.
Year 2608.
And we're still in the medieval ages? Oh.
Remember, you've got magic in place of technology.
In a funny way, that actually probably stunted
not
it.
necessarily AD.
Yeah, but I assumed we would. The world would have made at least some evolved base, like at least in clothing.
Funny enough, the presence of magic might have actually hindered it, just because. Well, why invent Vader? Reference Harry Potter methods. Why invent the printing press when you can just use a quick notes quill?
I said clothing though.
Well, that's an example. Clothing, I mean, fashion is fashion. Things go in and out of style.
Make a textile factory when you can mass produce it through magic.
Okay, remember, most people don't have magic at their disposal, so a lot of things are still done the common way.
But the point is, you wouldn't think to do it because instead of being like, well, this thing doesn't exist, I'm going to invent a way for this to exist, you're like, well, this thing can be done through magic, so how do I get the magic to do it for me?
There you go.
The thought process of, I shall invent a better way is kind of shut off because a better way is already present for you. You don't consider your million other options because you've remembered the one option that's already available.
I would have figured they would have figured out a way to move faster.
Some people have.
But for the general, like for everyone, just not a select few who can actually do it, though.
Okay,
Why would you do that?
Don't some people own private jets, but most of us do not?
Yeah.
Okay, look at Mr. Elon Musk with his own space flight company. If you got the money, he'll put you in orbit, baby. Okay? So again, that kind of instant or near or super fast transport is something only the very rich get to do.
Yeah, but I'm thinking as more of a business, like, okay, I need to get this product here fast, but I don't want it to be drawn up by a horse. That's going to take weeks to get supplies in.
Well, they do a lot of local sourcing.
For stuff that's not local, though. I should have specified. Or moving my troops from place to place quickly.
Well, that's kind of why Del Granito may have made a citadel.
Again, he's a magician or a magic user.
Oh my!
He can do
you
that.
Want to call him a magician?
Wow. Wow. Yeah.
To me, magician, mage, it's all the same thing to me. And John, it does not matter.
Wiggly finger man with funny magic words.
Really does in this world.
Yeah, but we're not in that world currently right now, now are we?
We're
not a character.
Yeah. But it is funny, yeah. Yeah, that would be hilarious if somebody actually had the
I wonder how many
chrome-plated
painful, unique ways he could kill them. I'm gonna guess more than 50 as a conservative estimate.
Chrome-plated stainless steel balls to call Del Granito a magician to his face.
Forget that. You
Wow.
no longer have courage. At that point, you're just stupid.
Well, if Lagatha ever sees him, I will do it. Because then that is the point where I no longer care for Lagatha to keep her.
Okay.
If you've met Del Granito, your character is forfeit anyways, so yeah. Go for it. That's actually not true. Your character might not be forfeit if they meet Del Granito. There's just a good chance of it happening.
Well, y'all met one of his underlings.
Mm-hmm. Oh, no. Oh, girls, I just put 2 and 2 together. No. Bad girls, bad. No. Okay,
Long time ago, y'all met one of his underlings.
No, I'm recording. Yeah. Yes, we did. And it's just now occurred to me
that
who.
tribes guy? That orc?
The dude with the stutter?
I'm afraid I could not say. Jesus.
Well, no, the fact the girl started laughing and then you said that more than cements that it's the stutter dude.
Actually, funny enough, that's not who I was thinking of. I'll give you that one.
Y'all have got to PM me who y'all think it was that you've met. Oh,
okay, fuck
I
this
seriously
guy.
want to know y'all's guesses.
Well,
I will when I'm not
biologically,
recording.
it might fit. if
Well,
it was
is
the
this
Saga.
someone I would have met with the group or during that period of where I wasn't with the group? That's the key difference for me right now.
You were with the group at the time.
Fuck everything. Fuck this guy. Fuck everything about this fucking fucker.
Alright, so there's Wen Chen. I doubt it'd be him. Maybe.
Forsaken
Could be.
Immortal? Teaming up with Del Granito? I don't see it. Del would probably kill him to get a wish. Maybe, actually. Who knows?
Then
it would
there's...
be just like him to be like, oh, Forsaken Immortal.
Would it be the dude who gave him gave Pascal that arrow?
We don't know anything about that guy.
I know, but Grills never said we know him, just that we met him.
Yeah, I'm not confirming or denying any of these guesses. I just...
And I mean, it would make sense. It's a necromancer arrow, so...
I just want to see what y'all guess to see how close or far away from the mark y'all are. But yeah, this party has encountered one of his terrible legion.
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if it's Tom Tom and the other dude's name. I can't think
One
of.
Eye and Tom Tom.
Yeah.
It's possible. Timing fits.
Unless Grills wants to, like, somehow down the line just admit it was Lord Oakley.
In the shadow of the Empire.
Actually, Lord Oakley would make sense.
Lord Oakley already serves Riznor, though. Unless he's just pretending to, and Del is the real source of his power. Okay, I need a weapon.
I mean, you can still serve another dude and still be in service to your god. I don't think Grills has ever stated you couldn't do that.
I suppose.
That does get tricky, serving two masters.
But if one is promising also destruction, I think it'd be doable.
Or have you forgotten the folly of Groth?
I actually don't know the Folly of Groth yet. Can't wait to discover it in World.
Okay, the folly of Groth, he was a cleric for more than one god.
How does that even work?
Well, at the time they were all good together, and then, you know, something happened, and then, boom.
It didn't work. Which... His deity's wishes came into conflict. And Groth, so as you are torn between your deities, so shall the ground upon which you stand.
Oh, Del Granito's a god now?
No.
Who said Groth was Del Granito, or the servant of Del Granito?
Well, with how Grills was speaking, I was assuming he was referring to Del Granito as a god.
No, he is not a god.
Not yet.
Probably like to think he is.
He doesn't even register as an immortal.
Fuck
Ninja,
this
come
guy.
finish this corner. I'm gonna do it.
I'm doing this side, and I'm waiting for Grills on them to finish inside so I can get the rest of the lighting glitches, if there's any.
Well, Ninja, it's just these two beams and these trapdoors that I'm standing on. But I can vacate the area if you want to speed up the process. I just need to get out of the way here.
Which beam, Grills?
Okay, see where Jar's at?
Are these staying or leaving?
The stuff that Jar's on is going. The one I'm on is staying.
Alright, Jar, get off.
Give me a moment here to drop some stuff out of my inventory. And I will go below.
Did you not want to take out these torches?
We do. But I figured y'all were gonna either world edit or do some brutal stuff.
I'm just removing the torches. I'll replace the air with a block to replace that block back with air.
Well, in that case, y'all probably want to knock the torches out first.
That is what I'm doing.
Okay, I'm still dealing with some subpar low-digit FPS.
Alright, torches are knocked.
So I'm down here at the kill point
Well done, Noble
and
6.
repairing my
Uppercut
axe.
initiated. Corvette is underway.
So y'all do whatever you want to do up there.
Here is taking heavy fire. Get
I
back
have to
the
go
hangar.
pee again. Alright. Just put myself in the corner here.
No,
What the hell? We have a villager here.
It's one of the free ones that got running away.
Okay. I'll be back in a few. I'm gonna go pee.
There's one nightmare I got rid of. There's one over here somewhere.
At your earliest convenience, Noble 6.
It actually wasn't as bad as I was thinking it was gonna be.
Alright, party people. What did I miss?
Not much. At least not on my end. Slowly walking my way forward through this godforsaken level.
5 FPS. 6. 5. 6. 5. 6.
4.
4. 5. 4. 5. Crap, phone's ringing. I'm coming.
I think that's all of them.
Hostiles are pounding the hell out of a pelican.
The door, I'll fix this one. All of them. Alright.
Okay, so funny thing, Mom was in the recliner, and she reclined, and she was all nice and comfortable and watching her shows, and it reclined a little bit further, and she
Aye.
couldn't get it to unrecline. hence the phone call and me going into the other room.
Brilliant work. New target squad. Laying down heavy fire. Taking rounds. Watch out!
My armor's good. It's just my axe and my pick. What the hell did I just get? That new recipes were just unlocked.
Area secure, sir.
What the hell? What did I just get? I don't see anything new in my inventory. Is voice still working good? Because I keep hearing something that sounds like a whisper.
Can you hear me now?
I hear you.
Yeah,
am
I can hear you.
Okay, it must be some background noise then.
What the hell? Damn it all the hell.
Other than crippling FPS, Shiny, yeah. Okay, now I have a villager pushing his way into the kill point.
Damn it all.
Ooh, that one had things. Damn it.
Fuck.
Hey, Grills.
Hey, Vader.
You gotta admit, it's John Wild would be an interesting name.
Sure.
Yes, that is interesting. Fascinating.
Because that's... I'm sensing that. So I can...
No, it's interesting. Don't get me wrong.
The maiden name of Dee's mother.
Okay.
Fuck.
Welcome back, Jar. see, what's our entity count? 180 something. Seems pretty steady. We're still getting more deaths than I would like to see, and I don't know what from. I'm gonna have to go up and spectate for a bit. I was hoping to get my tools repaired before I went up there. But you know what? They're both in the green. So, here, Jar, if you want to... Or Shiny, if you want to man the kill point while I go into spectate mode. Okay. I'm a ghost.
Not many mobs spawning here.
I've done it. I beat Long Night of Solstice on Legendary again.
Okay, there's a bunch coming in from the east.